I'm Judge Faith Jenkins, and this is Divorce Court. All kinds of couples with problems come to me for advice.
Can I be in a relationship with someone that I really don't trust? Trust is lost in buckets and gained in drops.
Others need a lighter touch.
It's only been 3 years. You've been back together 7 hours and 12 minutes. I hope you can make it to dinner.
But most people just need some of my tough love.
You're problematic on many levels. You know nothing about commitment, monogamy, integrity, and loyalty.
Now, join me in Divorce Court for today's case.
Cheyenne and Timothy have been married for 2 years and have a 1-year-old daughter. Cheyenne says her husband has cheated, stolen from her, and is questioning the paternity of their child. Timothy says he needs to know if his daughter is his before moving forward in this marriage.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Dana from Smithtown, New York.
Dana, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Your Honor, this is the case of Martin versus Thrash.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Cheyenne Martin,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have brought your husband, Mr. Timothy Thrash,
Yes, Your Honor.
to Divorce Court today. You say you want a divorce
Correct.
after being married for 2 years.
Yes.
I understand that the two of you do have a child together,
Yes.
1-year-old.
Correct.
And there's an issue of paternity. You do not believe that you were the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct? Okay, I'll start with you, Miss Martin. Why don't you give me some background and tell me how the two of you met and what's going on here?
I brought my husband here today because he has lied, he has cheated, he has stole from me our whole relationship, and the biggest issue is that he's denied our daughter from the start. We got together in January. I was young and dumb and stupid, and things moved really fast, and he had moved in February, and from the start, things went awful. I found out he had had another girlfriend that he had gotten pregnant. He told me that he wasn't in a relationship with her, but she was pregnant and he was gonna be there for the baby. I had went through his phone and found out that was the complete opposite. He was in a relationship with her, told her he was gonna be with her, move down there with her, and be there for his daughter. We had gotten into an argument.
So all of that happened, Miss Martin, right after you met?
Yes.
Because you met, this was all before you got married.
Yes.
How many years ago did you meet?
In January of 2017.
Okay, so it's been several years.
Yes.
I'd like to hear from you, Mr. Thrash. How did you end up here in divorce court after being married for only a couple of years now?
Because I don't think the baby's mine. And the times don't add up, and my other kids' parents, they don't think the baby looks like me either. Nobody in my family has red hair. And I see messages of her telling the guy who she was with before me that that's his baby, but he moved on, he's with somebody else, he don't want nothing to do with her. So.
Miss Martin, is that true?
No. Our pregnancy was planned. He had lived with me. He knew I wasn't with anybody else. I mean, there's just my due date. It matches the exact conception date.
Okay, I want to back up because at the beginning, I understand that you've only been married for 2 years, but you've known each other for close to 5. So from the very beginning, you said it was terrible. According to you, you caught him very early on, only a month after you knew each other, you moved in together, and you caught him early on in a relationship with someone else. Do you deny that, sir?
When we first got together, I moved out because she started messing with my friend.
This
Then
whole
I
situation
left her
happened before
and started
that.
talking to somebody else.
So this sounds like from the very beginning it was tumultuous.
Yeah.
So-
Because you're both accusing the other person of basically cheating and infidelity with someone else. Here we are, though. 3 years later, you get married. So what happened? How did you get past all of that and decide to be in a relationship again?
Because he was in jail for a while and was doing good. He was doing good. And things were good, and I thought he had changed. And that quickly changed the day we got married. The day we got married, he slept on the couch. Days after that, he started sleeping with his phone in his pocket, which from previous experiences is obviously you're doing something wrong. The day, August 5th, I found out I was pregnant, and that next morning, we got in a fight and I kicked him out, and he walked to that girl's house and slept with her that night and posted pictures of her and him on Facebook together. So that's how I found out that that happened.
Is that what happened, Mr. Thrash?
No, that's not what happened. I came home the 22nd. We got married on the 28th. She told me she was pregnant before we even got married. That's less than.
So why the
pregnant
rush?
August
Why the rush to get married when you had just gotten out of jail? Why the rush? Why so quick?
I mean, like she said, I was doing good, and
You knew this in 5 days? You all made this determination in 5 days? That you were doing good? What does doing good mean to you in 5 days?
Well, we were talking while I was away, and we had plans, and it just didn't go like that.
Had plans to get married and plans to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So you got married 5 days later, and things did not go well from the beginning. Why do you say things went left so soon?
Because she's always like accusing me of cheating and everything.
Because I was at work all day.
Every time that I mess with somebody else, I told her it's over. I'm done. I left. I'll go mess with somebody else, and it's public. I'm not lying about it. I'm not doing none of that. I stand on it.
No,
and you
I
know
was
that.
at work all day.
So
taking
you're
care of our
saying,
kids in your
hold on a
location.
second, ma'am.
No.
You're
Yes,
saying-
you was at work.
Sir, hold on.
You're saying that you told her that you were leaving, the relationship was done, and then you went and spent the night with this other person and posted the photos. That's what you're saying happened.
Oh, that time she kicked me out, and I left walking.
Okay.
So basically, she told me she was done. Get your stuff, get out. Yeah, I left.
still married.
Okay.
Went to my ex. What'd you do?
And this
Went
was
straight to
the
your
day
ex, too.
after, excuse me, sir, this was the day after the two of you got married?
Maybe like a few weeks later.
Okay.
It was August.
And since that time, when you left, did the two of you reconcile?
Yeah, we do all the time, but
Okay, I just want to make sure I understand the pattern of behavior here, okay? Because you're really upset because right after you got married, you said he went over to this other woman's house,
Yeah,
and he slept with him. He didn't get caught. They posted
They
photos
posted
on social
Facebook.
media.
August 6th, he did that, and then
But
I
you
went to
still, after that, get back together with him. Am I right about this,
Correct.
ma'am? Okay. Because this is, I'm telling you, what it sounds like to me, it sounds like a hot mess.
It is.
From the beginning to the end. Who's your witness who's here today?
my friend Summer.
Why did you want to come to court today and testify?
Because I think it's time for Cheyenne to take out the trash. I told her on the day of the wedding, I said, girl, we can go. We can run right now.
Why do you think she didn't listen to you?
Because when we're young and dumb, we're in love, and we're gonna listen to our hearts and not the people around us.
Both of you seem to thrive on this dysfunction that I've witnessed in your relationship over the past several years. You shake your head, but your actions say otherwise.
The only
because you
reason-
continue, ma'am, you say you have witnessed the height of disrespect from him.
Yeah.
But you continue to open the door for him to come back. And you keep saying, because he changed, or I think he's going to change. He doesn't have to change.
But this-
If you're going to take him back,
Yeah, at this point, I knew he wasn't going to change, but for the last year and a half since I've tried to do it for my daughter, the only way he will be around for his daughter is if I'm with him and doing something for him. And no, that's not right on my part, but I feel like she should have her father in her life.
she should have her father in her life. But there's a difference between your child having a father
Yep.
in her life and you having him as a husband.
Yep.
There are people who will do better as parents
Yeah.
than they will ever do as partners.
And that's exactly what I want.
Well, you said from the very beginning that you don't think that your daughter is your child.
Right.
So perhaps you haven't been putting in the best effort?
No, I can't because she's always flipping out. Every time I try to get back with her or we try to work things out, she always wants to bring up everything that I've done and all
Sir,
this and that.
you don't have to be back together with her to have a healthy relationship with
I'm saying,
your child.
I'm sorry, but I'm saying period. If I'm around, period. She.
I don't have to be around for you to see her. You
Okay.
can go to your family's house to see her, and you know that. I don't
What
have
is
to be
going
around.
on with the divorce procedure?
Since I was pregnant in the state of Kansas, they'll let you file for a divorce, but the judge will not sign off until the baby's born and paternity is established. So that's why that didn't happen. And then COVID, it wasn't open. And then it hasn't happened since.
And what happened with the paternity? Because did the two of you actually take a
We
paternity
did an
test?
at-home paternity test. He insisted he do his and her part, and I did mine. Like, we did our own DNA. I sent it in. His DNA and her DNA did not come back. He didn't put anything on there. It came back inconclusive that there was no DNA on theirs. He has been court-ordered 3 times to do it for child support and refuses to go.
Is that what happened? You didn't submit any DNA for the test?
No, I did. I mean, I'm not like a DNA expert.
So you say it was just an error?
I swabbed the baby's mouth. I swabbed my mouth, and I put the thing in there.
Okay.
Gave it to her, and she took it. Whatever she did with it after that, I don't know.
You watched
Okay,
me drop
She
it off.
told me that it came back inconclusive. All of them came back inconclusive, even yours.
No, it didn't. Mine had it on there. I have the email. And you've admitted to me several times you know she's your daughter, and then when you're mad at me, you swear that's not your child.
So have you made those admissions?
No, I told her that I wanted to be,
Okay.
and I told her that even if it's not, I would still be there. I just want to know the truth.
Okay. Who's your witness who's here today?
My friend Summer.
Summer Gray?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to hear from your witness. Juan, would you bring in Miss Summer Gray?
That's right.
Thank you. Miss Gray,
Yes, Your Honor.
thank you for being here today. Miss Gray, do you know Miss Cheyenne Martin?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also know Mr. Timothy Thrash?
Yes.
Okay, give me some background on what you know about their relationship and why did you want to come to court today and testify?
I came to court today because I think it's time for Cheyenne to take out the trash. Like, he is not good for her. He uses her, lies to her, cheats on her, and denies that baby. And I know for a fact that that's his baby.
How do you know that for a fact?
Because, like, I basically lived with Cheyenne. I split up from my husband, and I was there. They literally talked about it. They planned it out, everything.
Well, so when you say you know that for a fact, you are not, in fact, a DNA expert
No.
in terms of like a scientific fact.
No,
but it's just
but-
what you believe.
Yes, she was not seeing anybody at all. She took pregnancy tests all the time. It was always negative. And then when her and Timothy got back together, they talked about it all the time, talked about having a baby. And
I'm curious because from everything that I have heard today from the very beginning, according to Miss Martin, things did not go well. She saw significant red flags from day one. And this is your close friend. You said you've known her.
I told her not to marry him. I told her on the day of the wedding, I said, girl, we can go. We can run right now. And she went through with it. And that's my best friend. I'm going to support her no matter what. But
Why did you tell her not to marry him?
he just treated her bad all the time. They would always fight every single day. Like, he was mean to her.
Why do you think she didn't listen to you?
Because when we're young and dumb, we're in love. And we're going to listen to our hearts and not the people around us.
And here we are now in divorce court, just a couple of years later. Okay, thank you, Ms. Gray. I appreciate your testimony. You actually asked us if we would be willing to help in this paternity test so you could get closure and clarity once and for all. And you did submit DNA for a paternity test, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we do have the results. When it comes to 1-year-old Remy Martin, it has been determined by this court. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. You know, I think you have to really keep in mind, because you said from day one it's been horrible, and really both of you have made some pretty striking accusations against the other, and you deny a lot of it. But I think the truth is somewhere in the middle of all of that. And it's been a really unfortunate, it started off really bad and it ended like it started. And so many times we have these red flags, we see the red flags from the very beginning, but we decide, you know what, I'm just gonna see how red these red flags are. They're red flags.
Yeah.
Red means stop.
Yep.
And so what you have to do, because you are so young, you're both in your 20s, everything you go through in all these relationships you have, you take the lessons. That's the only way you are able to move forward and do something better with your life, make better decisions, is if you learn something from your mistakes.
And I have. I've learned I'm doing great in my life. I'm finally in a good place. The only thing that I want him to do is step up for his daughter. He hasn't been there. He hasn't done anything. He missed her first birthday. He wanted me to pay him to buy him shoes to
Why
come
did I
to
miss
her
your
birthday
birthday?
party. You slept through her first birthday party. I told you you could come over on the day of her birthday because my family didn't want you there, that you could come over. You called me at 10 o'clock at night and asked if I'd come get you. And then her birthday party, you wanted me to give you $50 to buy shoes just so you would come.
What's going on with that? Is this because you were denying that you were the father all of this time? You weren't
Yeah,
sure?
I just didn't think I was.
When you wrote to the court, you actually asked us if we would be willing to help you in this paternity test so you could get closure and clarity once and for all. And both of you agreed to that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you did submit DNA for a paternity test, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and we do have the results of that submission here with us today. Juan, would you bring me the DNA results? Okay, thank you. When it comes to 1-year-old Remy Martin, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Thrash, that you are the father. Miss Martin?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Because, I mean, he knew it. He knew it the whole time. And we've just had to go through so
I
much
really
to do
didn't.
it. You did.
You're 23, Miss Martin, and I
Yes.
know, sir, you're 29. Do you have other children?
Yes, 3.
3 other children? And what about you, Miss Martin?
Yeah, I have 3 kids total.
Okay. So now that you know that this is, in fact, your daughter, although the relationship, the marriage may be over, it really is just the beginning of the two of you and your relationship as co-parents. Because you always have to keep in mind your child is innocent.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing that came from this marriage and this relationship.
Definitely.
Now that you know, have things changed in your mind about how you're going to move forward and with your relationship with your baby girl?
Yeah, I'll be there for her, but I don't want to deal with her.
She doesn't want to deal with you either, so we're past that. And I'm just telling you, because I don't want this little girl to pay the price and grow up and have to recover from her childhood because the adults in her life couldn't get it together. She didn't ask for any of this.
Right.
It was planned according to your wife, soon to be ex-wife. So the right thing for you to do is to be the best parent that you can be for your children. Parenting classes, that's what you need. Are you willing to go, sir? Because I'm concerned. I have some concerns that this revelation today is going to bring about some real change.
See, and with the child support, it was required to do parenting classes, and I already completed mine, and he has not done his.
Okay. So you need to move forward with that, sir, and do your part. And maybe you will be better parents once you actually go through with the finality of this divorce and make it happen, and you can resolve this in your mind, that the marriage didn't work out, but that something good did come out of it, and focus on that something good. Because you have children now, you have to put your big boy pants on, be an adult for your children. And there's no more hiding behind the fact that maybe it's not my child. It is. So now you can leave court today with clarity.
That's all I wanted.
Okay, well now you have it.
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you. When it comes to Judge Faith's advice, definitely want to work on our co-parenting relationship. That's the only thing that I want out of it.
So I found out today that I'm father of my 1-year-old. I'm pretty happy about it.
When the DNA results were read, I felt relief. I've known that he's been the dad, he's known. There's so much that he's missed out on. And it made me upset for her because those are some of the most important times that neither of them will get back. I just want to be co-parents for our daughter.
I don't want to do it.